I think especially in this type of industry, it's difficult to plan things super specifically, and a lot of like running a business is honestly like adapting and pivoting when you have to. So it's very preparation meets opportunity. I'm very open to like, I have like a few vague visions of where Ibico could go, but I try not to keep it too strict within like the bounds of that, just because like one opportunity could change like the trajectory of the vision. So yeah. My dream collab for Evico. Well, to be honest, like I have prioritized Evico a lot because it's just been the more stable thing, but I have like at the end of the day, I actually am a creator. Like I want to create things, and even for Ebico, the most fun I have is when I'm like creating the actual collections, and probably at the end when I'm like directing the photo shoot and all that. Those are my two favorite parts. Ideally, like those are the two parts I do only in the future. But at the same time, like I love content creation. Like I'm the happiest when I'm doing content, and like I don't think being a business owner is like where I'm happiest. I just know like I'm actually kind of good at it, and since I have like financial goals I want to reach with my parents retiring, like I just had to choose that. But like if I had to choose, I would have went just like full-time content, but it's okay. Like sacrifices must be made. It's hard to balance being a good employer while also trying to be friendly. Yes, it's very difficult, and not only that, people expect me to be very friendly because I'm like a content creator. And so recently I've had like another person in my team, and it's been very helpful because I don't have to be like, I don't have to say hard things anymore. It was like really difficult for me to be able to do that. Like you always need multiple people in the company, right? You need someone who can talk about the hard things to talk about, like numbers and like logistics and stuff like that. And then you need someone who's more like friendly and trustworthy and passionate. So it's like a balance of all of it. What does subplex mean? Dear Jamie, any advice on confidence building? Why is your kitchen so dirty? Because I just cooked. Are you guys trying to fucking fight with me right now? Any advice on confidence build? Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm in fight mode. I can't answer this question. Do you want to fucking fight, bro? You're so lucky I'm not logged in right now, so I can't see your fucking chat history messages. Why are there weirdos right now? Because it's 3 a.m. Taking time. Guys, don't fight with me, okay? Don't fight with me. Yeah, I do both, basically, content creation and business, so yeah. Confidence willing to get back into flirting and dating. I think it's like a muscle, so you can start new, start fresh, like even like maybe a dating app, or even like, you know what I realized, like you can flirt with friends. So if you are having issue flirting, like you can even flirt with your friends. You can flirt with your bros. And flirting is like, it doesn't have to be indicative of like you want something more. It's just like a fun, playful thing to do. So you could like practice your muscle of flirting with your friends, you know, like, hey, you look so good, you look good today. Or like even like playful like stuff. But yeah, flirting with the homies, yeah. And then it like makes your wrist go up a bit. Yeah, and they know it's platonic, so it's like a nice practice realm, and you can just practice. It's kind of like, because you, in order to flirt, you need to have like a level of like safety or like confidence, and so it's good to practice that and build that with like even friends. So yeah, in terms of getting back into dating, I feel like once you rip the band-aid off, it'll help a lot. So if you can land yourself a date, that would help a lot. Or even, there's a lot of good like podcasts or books you can read regarding dating. I feel like there's probably a lot of good content out there for guys too, that I probably am not a master at. I don't know if you should flirt with a barista, man. I haven't heard a successful barista story like in years. Kairos, thank you for the sub. Thank you. Thank you so much. Where should I take a girl on the first date? Okay, there's places you should not take her. Like the movies. Oh god, one of my worst dates was at the movie. I've like been on some bad dates pre like 20. After 20, like all my dates have been good. Cause like I'm older, so yeah. Movies is bad because like you want to get to know each other, and you're not like comfortable enough yet to know like if you can talk in the movie or not, so you're just like sitting there for 2 hours. Movie I think is good for like the second date, and also like the first date is really nerve-wracking, so like you won't even be able to watch the movie. You're just going to be constantly thinking about like who you're with without being able to talk to them. So movie is like sucks for first date. I think like best place for a first date, I think it depends on how old you are. Like if you're like pre-24, I feel like, you know, like walking around a shopping mall might be fun with like a mission or a goal. I love that for dates. Like if you're scared of a date to be awkward, it's good to like have a mission or a goal. Like I have to get my friend a gift or something like that. And it makes it a lot more like fun, because then you guys kind of have something to like bounce back on. And like usually first date, you kind of search for like that one like inside joke you guys can make, or something that you can kind of bounce back on, I guess. Something common interest that you guys can like bounce back on. But after 24, like I think a nice dinner is nice. Like I feel like a nice dinner. If it goes well, you can get dessert after. And I feel like first dates should be shorter, because like I'm an extrovert and I'm very comfortable with talking to people, but even I need like time to like process how I feel about everything. It's like very overwhelming first date. It's very, very nerve-wracking. So I feel like dinner and like dessert is like a really good pace. Yeah. Do you think flirting should be approached differently for different types of people? Yes, 100%. Everyone's different. Dinner, bar, like after 24, like I love a bar, like, cause like drinks just help. Like drinks just help. Best first date I have is the farmer's market. Farmer's market's good because like it's fun to like have interactions with other people too, and like you have like subjects to talk about. So like night market, like farmer's market, stuff like that. It could be really good to avoid like awkwardness. I noticed like a mixture of both is really good for a first date. So if you like went to get dinner or something, and then you went to like walk on like the pier or something like that, or like somewhere to walk. I feel like having like time to walk is really good for the first date. because you have this consistent action of walking somewhere while also being able to talk, and also it alleviates some of the nervous eye contact, because when you're like on a first date and it's a dinner, like yes, like I'm good at eye contact and I still feel a little awkward because it's, or like I feel a little nervous still because it's like first date. So I feel like having a moment like during a date where you're like walking somewhere and you can like just really think about like the conversation and not think about all the like social cues to like do eye contact and stuff is really nice. So yeah, I know I overthink too. You want to know them sober? That's why the dinner's sober, and then, you know, a drink there too. Also, like, I feel like after 25, it's like, you're realistically not gonna get fucked up from like a drink. So, I mean, I do, but like, most people, it's just like a little tipsy. A picnic in the park is cute. Yeah, it also depends on like who it's with. Everyone's like different. Fucked up gumdrop. Oh my god. Fucked up gumdrop is wild. I do love me a good party. The top of my feet are so soft. Not the bottom though, but the top. My camera is my iPhone. My favorite liquor, I don't have a favorite liquor. I just drink whatever gets me fucked up and I finish for the night. Yeah, this is iPhone. Is it good quality? It's iPhone 15. Not me. Pro Max, yes. I'm a Pro Max girl because my hands are huge. Dude, look how big my hands are. No, I don't upgrade every generation. I upgrade like every 3. So I think the one before this I had a 12. No, sometimes I'm like, oh, that's how big my face is. I could literally just compare. I think it's an average size face. I don't know. Would you ever switch to Samsung? I actually, like, if I could get one for free or something, like, I wouldn't buy one, but like, I used to have like, I think I had a Samsung sponsor and they sent me a phone, and I fucking loved like having all my socials on one phone, and the other phone, like my Samsung, all I had was like books, music, the web, and like my like to-do list and stuff, and it was amazing. So I'd wake up and like I realized it's too fucking late for my brain. Like I have to wake up and touch a device, right? Like that's just how it is. And so for me, having that Samsung was great because I would touch the device without social media, without notifications, and I would just like read in the morning. Oh my god, it was so healthy. Maybe I should just take out like my old Samsung and start doing that, because I need to like stop looking at my phone instantly when I wake up. But yeah, I'm streaming through my phone. I'm so lazy. Yes, I had a Samsung sponsor and I love reading webtoons on it, so that was great. Mr. Fearless, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, thank you. On my favorite books, recently I've been reading The Creative Act. The Creative Act is really, really good. I would highly recommend it for anyone who's in like a creative rut or is searching for like, who's like exploring creative ventures but might be like a little lost or feeling stuck or doubtful. And then another one of my favorite books, this is really good for anyone who has work where you need to like really focus on, whether it's like creatively or anything, or some things that you need like your mind to be creative with or like troubleshoot or something. It's called Deep Work by Cal Newport. It's one of my favorite books. I love that book. It has a lot of really good lessons. You read it? How did you like it? Another one I like, one of the first ones that I really liked, I think this is really helpful for the younger people who might not like have their workflow optimized yet. It's called Atomic Habits. It was very helpful for me, especially as someone with like ADHD is really helpful. So Atomic Habits was really good. If you're like an overthinker and you're like very open-minded and you just want to like kind of let go a bit or relieve like overthinking, I really like The Untethered Soul, but it's quite a heavy read. I have to reread a lot of paragraphs in that book. But it basically talks about like separating your consciousness from your subconscious and how like it teaches you how to react differently to things that come up in your life, and it shows you how much like power you have in your mind and how much control you have over how you react to things and how you interpret things. And it can be a very freeing book. I think it might be too much. Like I remember the first time I tried to read it, I was like, what is going on? So I couldn't read it, and then I opened it back up like a few years later and I was like, oh wow, this is really amazing. So yeah, I do love psychology. Four Agreements is a really good book too. I think it's a really good starter into like all of this. So Four Agreements was one of my first like psychology books I read, I guess, and this was when I read it when I was like 20 years old. Highly recommend. Like if you're looking for something more simplistic, it has really good like it's about the Four Agreements. It has really good principles, very good foundation of principles to learn from too. It does get a little bit spiritual at the end, I would say, but like it's still nonetheless like really good lessons. Do you read any fun non-self-help books? No, I'm so boring. I don't, fuck. Like if I do read, it'll be like a psychology book or something. I fucking love Michael Pollan books. So good. Thank you, Tag Guys. Yeah, I love people. I just love humans, and I love the human brain. And I like even like a book is so amazing. Like it's just like someone's vomit of words. Like someone writing a book is incredible, and like it's so cool that like we get to read such a deep part of somebody's mind like in a book. Like that's so cool. And like I think for me what has helped is like I'll absorb a lot of this content like podcasts or books or whatever, and I'll just take what resonates with me, because it's unrealistic that we agree with like everything someone says, but that doesn't mean that there's not like good perspective to be taken from it. So I feel like, yeah, probably like Dune. I thought about reading Dune after the movies. I was like, maybe I would like the books, but I never have been a novel, like fictional book reader. I'd rather just watch it. Okay, consciousness and subconsciousness. Like your consciousness. Okay, let me see if I can find a better like diagram. Okay. So I love this visual. People frequently use like the iceberg visual. So this is the water, and then like this is the tip of the iceberg, and then like obviously there's all the huge block of the iceberg below it, right? So the conscious mind is like the tip of the iceberg. So this can be like, this is your like willpower, your short-term memory, your logical thinking, your critical thinking. This could also be your reactions. So Your conscious mind might see a situation and be like, I didn't like that. Like, fuck this person, right? But your subconscious mind underneath the ocean is this giant iceberg that sometimes like we aren't aware about. So these are like beliefs, emotions, habits, values, protective reactions, long-term memory, imagination, intuition. So it's a lot. And like usually we just look at the tip of the iceberg, like how we immediately feel or react, or maybe we'll look to other people to figure out what the conscious mind wants or whatever. But so much of it roots from like your core beliefs, maybe your childhood experiences and your values, maybe like your experience, like stuff like that. So your subconscious mind is like a lot of intuition and things that we might not always be aware of. So it's really interesting. It's really, really interesting. And for example, it's like say like a chat, like, I fucking hate you guys. Like, it makes you like really like, when you hear that, right? Like you're just like, ugh, I don't like that. You don't like that, right? But then like, that's your like, your conscious mind is like, what the fuck? Like, why did she just attack me, right? But your subconscious, like, when you're able to separate it, you can think about it a little more and be like, okay, what did she mean by that? And like, was it towards me? Okay, I'm using a really bad example. Now I just cursed at you guys for no reason. Okay, so conscious mind versus conscious mind example. Oh, okay. So like, okay, let me find a good example. Okay, so basically this is how you think about it, okay? Your conscious mind is like a little mini CPU. It's not very good. It can only hold so much information, and like the awareness you have in your conscious mind can only react to your immediate aware and focus. And this is stuff like you're hungry or you're tired, or you know, things that you just are brought to your conscious mind. And then the subconscious mind, it's like you can think bigger, you can look behind it, and you have like a bigger capacity to process things. This is why I say like it's important to like make sure you're tapping into your subconscious mind, because if you're on autopilot, you're like waking up, eating, going to your 9 to 5 and working, coming home, you're tired, you sleep, you're running on like a conscious autopilot mode. But sometimes if you tap into your subconscious, like there's a lot that you can learn from there. Arcane Warrior, thanks for continuing your gifted sub. Yeah, oh yeah, the subconscious mind is a GPU. That's such a good analogy. Yeah. Yes, okay, so yes, and if your dreams are wild and creative, like you can have a very intense subconscious, but you might not be giving it time. And I think obviously everyone has a subconscious. I think I'm very in tune with mine, and that helps me with a lot of things in my life. So I always try to push people to like tap into your subconscious. And you know, when people say like, trust your gut, it sounds like really silly, right? Like, why would I trust my gut? But what that really means is like tap into your subconscious, like tap into all your beliefs, your values, like everything you believe for, you stand for, like what you really want deep down. Like separate that from your conscious needs. You know, maybe your conscious needs, it's like you just are reacting to things, or you really want something badly. But if you go into your subconscious, like you might be able to find more. And sometimes our intuition like knows more than we can verbally express. So yeah. And like one of the biggest practices I had was like, if I reacted to something, I'd be like, where is this coming from? Like, am I reacting to this properly? And what is the cause, or like what do I want from it? Like, what's my intention from it, right? Like if I react to something angrily, like Is it because I'm like insecure? Is it because actually there's something that's I need to communicate to get what I need? Like, I just try to, I'm very intentful and mindful with everything, I guess. And I think that book helped me a lot do that. Well, the thing is, like, there's no such thing as like a proper reaction. Like, proper is like, first of all, who defines proper, right? So I think it's more so, I guess it's situational. Situational. Good night, Sendo. Traumatizing nightmares. You know what? I actually stopped getting nightmares. I just noticed that. Like, you mentioning that. Like, I haven't gotten a nightmare. Oh my gosh, wait, that makes me so happy. I haven't gotten like a nightmare like since I moved in here. No, because I had like serial nightmares and like night terrors like the beginning of the year. And like last year too, all of last year I had like, I literally thought I was Satan's daughter and he was trying to like call me back to fucking hell. Like that's how bad my dreams were. So I'm so sorry to say this, but I think your nightmares might be related to stress or something deeper. Cause fuck, I kept telling myself it wasn't stress or anxiety, but I guess it was. Fuck. Yeah, I had crazy nightmares. So I haven't had one in a while, and I'm like, that makes me really happy to hear. Cause like I always say I'm happy, but sometimes I can't really tell if I'm like deep down okay or not. Cause I'm so good at like being okay, but I actually think I've genuinely been pretty happy and okay if I haven't been having nightmares. Like that means my subconscious is happy. So that's good. I'm like, that made me so happy. What was the kick over the edge for you where you said, fuck it, I'll start Ebiko? When I hit rock bottom with streaming, I didn't know if I'd be able to find happiness in it. I didn't know if I'd be able to find success in content. I was like dealing with a lot of like internet trauma. I hit rock bottom, and then that's when I was like, fuck it, I'll start it. Hi, Fuzzy. When I go through hard things, like I try to tell myself, like, what can I get out of this? Like, what can I learn from this? And if I can't get or learn anything from this, what do I have to appreciate from this? Like, that's what I tell myself. Because there's been situations where I'm like, I can't get anything out of this. It fucking sucks. I barely learned anything from this. And I'll tell myself, but like there's been times where like something really unjust happened to me, but I'll see like Lily get mad for me, and I'm like, I look at her and I'm like, I'm so lucky to have a friend like you that like gets so passionate about me. And I'm like, it's okay, I don't need to learn anything or get anything from the situation. Like I can just see like how much she loves me, and I'm like, it makes me happy. I have had sleep paralysis like over 100 times. I think my first time was like when I was like 17, and then I used to have it really bad. Like it used to be like my biggest fears, and then I became more numb to it because I got it so often. It was to the point where like I was just like, oh, I'm here again, and it just sucks because I can't really breathe and I can't move. But like when I had really bad sleep paralysis, the shit I saw was so scary. I think the scariest sleep paralysis I've ever had, it's actually not visuals, it's auditory. It's when it felt like someone put like a radio in my head and was like fucking with the frequency. So in like while I was in sleep paralysis, I couldn't move. I kept hearing like the radio like switch channels, and it sounded so real, and I was like, yo, I never listened to the radio. I don't know where my brain is getting this from. Kept switching channels, and like some channels I would hear screaming, some channels would be like K-Kona music, and it felt like my brain was like the sound waves of the radio. It was so weird. I've had one where like I've been like my was being dragged over the earth. Actually, you know what helped my sleep paralysis? Like, no cap. I just started sexualizing my sleep paralysis demon. Like, I just had like a demon that like would always like go on top of my chest or like pull me. And I was like, you know what? Like, fuck it. Like, I can get into this. Like, let's go. And like, he never came back after that. So I don't know if it was like my fear that I conquered. But at some point I was like, yeah, this is kind of fucking hot. Like, he kind of looked like Slender Man, but like not as slender, and his claws were like he had like claws, and he was like a shadow figure. I don't know, now that I think about it, he was kind of hot. Like, after I sexualized him, I was like, yeah, he was pretty hot. So if I ever like see him again, I legit like guys, I'm like, it's 3 a.m. right now. I legit was like, sleep paralysis, we're gonna make this a wet dream. But it worked. Like, he never came back. But then like, I got insecure. I was like, was it me? Like was it my fear that I conquered, or like was he, like, did I scare him away? Like, my sleep paralysis demon ghosted me. I've never seen him ever again. But like, now if I get sleep paralysis, I hate it still because it's just defaulted to like, because my brain is still trying to play tricks on me. So the most common one I get is like my doorbell ringing, or like someone knocking on my door, and that's like the worst way to wake up, right? Like, that's literally the worst way to wake up. And then sometimes I'll have it where it's like they end up coming to my apartment, and I'm like, I can't move, so I'm like, I can't even like help them. But yeah, sleep paralysis is scary. But guys, like, honestly, like, I've been through so much scary shit. I'm just like, I've just let go of stuff. Like, I'm just like, whatever. Like, okay, this is like, another thing is like, I don't know if you guys believe in ghosts, right? I've never seen a ghost or anything, but I literally told myself, I was like, well, I mean, I'm alive, and like, I legit am so like, I'm just like, yo, if there's a ghost in my apartment, go grab some water. Like, just don't like give me 2 bad nightmares. If you want to chill, like, my shower's there, I have extra towels. Like, just don't. I love and peace here only. I don't know, I'm so psychopathic. Sometimes I'm like, damn, if there are ghosts, they're probably so lonely. Like, maybe I should like, you know, put out like an incense candle for them. I'm so weird, yeah. Anyways, what were we even talking about before sleep paralysis? My own ghost ghosted me. Yeah, the static and frequency changing was like fucked up. Holy shit. But when I was a kid, I would see like more traditional scary things, like blood down the walls, my parents fighting. But then like, as I got older, it adapted. So it's so funny because like, for my like 17-year-old self, her biggest fear was like the house going on fire and blood going down the walls and my parents fighting. And now me, like my 25-year-old self, fear is someone ringing my doorbell and coming in and like fucking like, I don't know, like the plumber coming in and like I am not awake. That's like my biggest fear, I guess. Because technically your sleep paralysis is just like what you're scared of, and I'm not really scared of like my parents fighting anymore. I'm just scared of like, I'm scared of not being awake like when I have a guest over. Good night. You know what? I bet there's no sleep paralysis demon porn. Like, I just created a whole fucking niche. If you guys ever see that, give me my fucking credit, okay? Give me my fucking credit. Mason, thanks for 19 months. Thank you. It exists? Ain't no way. Am I ticklish? I don't know. I don't know if I am. I think I am, yeah. But isn't it weird how the human brain works? It's like if you're not in horny mode, you're not ticklish. And if you're like at a job interview, you're not gonna be ticklish. You're like ticklish when you're like, guys, it's too late. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like, no, I'm saying I'm not ticklish. No, I don't. Do you know what I mean? Like, guys, close your eyes. Imagine the hottest girl you know in front of you. Like, she takes off her shirt and she starts tickling you. Like, are you really gonna be ticklish? No, because your brain's in horny mode. What? Really? Okay, like I have this thing where it's like if I'm sick with a cough and I go out, I just like don't cough. I don't know why. Like my like another thing is like when I stream, I don't really need to pee. Like I just hold it. Like my body's in like a mode. But maybe that's an ADHD thing. Is that an ADHD thing? But I don't need to pee until like I end stream and I realize I had all these needs. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't peed this whole stream. No, once I pee, I'm gonna fall asleep on the toilet, guys. It's fine. My Instagram is cooking. What do you mean? You have work in 30 minutes? Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. I shouldn't look at bad comments when you guys are so sweet. You guys are gonna be here next week, right? Chaos, thank you for the sub. Thank you. I'm wondering what we should do next week. More cooking? Yeah, this long Jamie stream. It is a treat, huh? I stream once per week on Sundays. Yeah, maybe more cooking. Maybe some organizing. I need to really organize my place. Aww. Aren't Jamie streaming? Oh, we should do it soon. You use my VODs to go to sleep. Like, that's so sweet. I just feel bad because I'm like sweet talking about psychology and all of a sudden like a guy comes in and he pisses me off and I'm like, what the fuck you. I should chill. This is, I was gonna show you the lipstick but it fell. It's the Dior Rouge matte lipstick. Okay guys, it's 3:27 a.m. So Jamie's gonna go to sleep. Oh, luminescent. Thanks guys for watching. Good night, guys. I love you guys so much. I had such a good stream. And I'm so lucky to have you guys. Yeah, you are. Okay, but thank you so much for watching. Good night, Jotel, Illuminism, Miyagis, Corn Freak. Good night, Icon. Good night, Roshini. I'm blessed to have you guys. I don't know why you guys like watch me, but I'm like, I love you guys. I just want to give back to you guys. I say it every time, but like I mean it. Good night, Rutu. Good night, Silent. Good night, good night, Octopus. Thank you for all my chatters, and like I love hearing your guys' thoughts and perspectives and comments, and I love like that you guys are like a part of my weekly life and stuff. And also to my lurkers, thank you for watching and stuff. Good night, Ego. Good night, Kakashi. Good night, Ray. Good night, Conflicted. Good night. Thank you for giving me so much serotonin and happiness. So thank you so much. Good night, guys. Good night, Putin. Good night, G-Man. Good night. Good night. Good night, guys. I'm gonna go to sleep. Don't be too hard on yourself. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Drink a lot of water. And make sure to have fun in life, okay? Everyone deserves to have fun, okay? Okay. Oh, my music ended. No. Come back. No, my vibe. Okay, bye. Titties and penis. Titties and penis. Titties and penis. Bye. Okay, bye. I love you.